Well, today we're going to be talking about Mafia 3's map. So obviously I'm going to be talking a lot of detail into it and the different areas and what it consists of. So if you want to share this video with other people like Mafia 3, do that and enjoy. Thank you. Firstly, we're going to start off with Bayou Phantom. Seeing as it's going to be a swampy area as it's a bayou. It's quite large. I think it's one of the largest areas in the whole game, as there's going to be a lot of things spread across the whole of the terrain. So I've pointed out and a few areas that are also in the bayou, which are obviously going to be frequented by abandoned areas, just churches, just shacks, just abandoned in the bayou that probably won't be accessible, but there's also a good possibility that it could that it could be. Here is a brochure showing a lot of landmarks in the bayou, one of them being Eaglehurst Plantation. Obviously you know what a plantation is. If you don't and you didn't pay enough attention in history, it's where slaves were made to work during the slave era. Obviously what consists in a plantation is plants, so Marcano could be using the plantation as a kind of a front for growing opium, maybe marijuana, to sell to other people. And next, another interesting place to go is the ghost ship of St. John, or St. Jean, whatever you want to call it. This is believed to be a landmark, but really it is a gun running operation by the locals and Marcano. As there's a little story, there's a myth around the boat that keeps trespassers away, saying that it's haunted and voodoo stuff on the ship, but obviously there's not, and that is just a story to keep the trespassers and the police away so they can do their business. So next is the double barrel bar. It seems harmless on the outside, it seems just like a normal bar, but there could be also some illegal activities going on inside or around the back. It also gives you some insight of the other side of New Bordeaux that not that many people get to see. Also, there is an underground fight club located in the bayou somewhere. On the outside, it looks like some kind of factory area. It seems like a big building, but yep, there's going to be an underground fighting club that you can actually participate in or could be used as part of the mission. So, here is the summary. So here we are. It's going to be a swamp abandoned area, so there's not going to be that many population around. Maybe in some parts more than others, but it's going to not be as populated as other districts in the city. Marcano runs a moonshine and guns operation from the ghost ship. There's going to be an underground fighting club somewhere around in the bayou, and there's also going to be a gun running operation from the alligator farm that's also located in the bayou. So next is Rey Hollow. This is the neighborhood that Lincoln grew up in, so this is where the game is officially going to start, as we start getting missions from Sammy Robinson that has a bar located in Rey Hollow. And as you can see, it's very cultural, as there's Sammy's bar there, and on the wall it's got like a lot of painting of showing the culture of the area. You've got the Catholic priest there, and you've got some musicians on the right. And here we are. Here is a street in the Rey Hollow. There's a theatre and it looks abandoned in the background. And here is another slide. As you can see, there is a free neighborhood kitchen, so obviously it's that the area's in poverty that much that not that many people can afford groceries, so they have to go to the neighborhood kitchen to get free food to support the families. Here is another one. This shows the culture again. There's musicians playing on the field or the street to the other people that live in Rey Hollow. And here is a guy using a barbecue. It's obviously the outgoing, the probably a small community, so they all know each other, and it's like, well, I don't want to sound gay here, but a big family. So here is the Rey Hollow summary. Lincoln's home neighborhood, so obviously the start of the story of Mafia 3 is going to be based in that area alone. And next is that it's a highly Catholic area. As we know, Lincoln is a Catholic, so there's a lot of Catholic influence in the area, such as churches. You've even got paintings of priests on the wall. It's a poverty-ridden area, so you can see we've got the free kitchen, and the charity of people going and getting free foods like food bank. And it also gets taken over by the Dixie mob, and they run prostitution and drugs out of the area after the black mob dies out. This is obviously after Lincoln is shot. So next is Frisco Fields. It is a wealthy kind of area. There's mansions, there's green grass, there's wealthy people. Also, this is another area where the KKK is affiliated, but Marcano is affiliated with them. And here is a place of interest with perfect waffle. This is the last known location of Gus Borelli, which is a union boss. So here's the summary. It's a wealthy area. The KKK run the area with Marcano. The KKK also run a PCP ring, which is being run out of the local university. Marcano lives in the district, and also, like I said, last known location of Gus Borelli. Next is the downtown area. So here we are, we've got the brochure again. There's the theatre, we've got the General Circle, and the Royal Hotel. What I want to talk about is the Royal Hotel, as here's the outside of it, and it is ran by Tony DeRosio, which is Marcano's downtown lieutenant. And here is the General Circle, which is another place of interest. As you can see, there's the Pappy Dukes building, or the construction site in the background. And here's an article of the Pappy Dukes building. It is still a construction site at this point, but there's a local union rep still missing. That is Gus Borelli, who is ironically buried in the foundations of that building, so that's a nice little joke there. Here's the downtown summary. Marcano's lieutenant, Tony DeRosio, runs the area inside the, well, obviously stays at the Royal Hotel, which is mainly his building. It is the business area of the city. There's hotels and skyscrapers, and like I've just said, Gus Borelli's body is inside of the foundations of the Pappy Deuce building. This is now River Row. As we can see, I'm going to be honest, I don't really know what this area is. It could be residential, it could be another poverty-ridden area, but all I know is that there's another place of interest of Benny's restaurant there, which is an area that you can go and eat. Well, probably go and eat if you can still eat food on this. What's interesting is the owner is from Empire Bay, so there could be something there. What's really interesting is the docks. That is another place of interest, as this is used to drug smuggle for Marcano, and it is also used to set up Vito. Well, tried, because it failed. The docks were used to set up Vito to be put in prison, but it failed as Marcano didn't, well, let's just say, underestimated Vito of figuring out his little plan. So, also, Marcano is from River Row. As you can see, he was born there with his brother Lou, and obviously it's grown from over time, so we still don't know if it's poverty-ridden. As you can see, he's from a shack in River Row, so he might have put some money into River Row to make it better, seeing as he came from it. So here's the River Row summary. Marcano's drug smuggling ring runs out of the docks. Obviously, Marcano runs the area. Gus Borelli is the union rep for the docks that the drugs have run out of. Vito Scaletta was ready to get set up at the docks from Marcano, and is also the birthplace of Sal and Lou Marcano. This is leading on to the next one, which is the French Ward, which is going to be one of the most interesting places in the city. Here's a place of interest, the Big Mouth Jazz and Blues Club. It is one of the most popular clubs in the whole of the city. You've got celebrities going there, and even Georgie Marcano himself going, and this could possibly be run by Lou Marcano, seeing as the French Ward is controlled by him. He is the younger brother of Sal, and he kind of looks like Donald Trump, which is quite weird because Tony DeRosio looks like Stanley Tucci. So what is it with Marcano having these celebrities as his lieutenant? Weird. Anyway, there's another place of interest. Called Jackson Square in real life, but it's obviously going to be renamed to something else in Mafia 3. This is the final resting place for Lou Marcano, as you've seen in the gameplay trailer. He's hung up as a sign, and there's a sign on his actual body. I can't remember what it reads, but it says something along the lines of that he's coming for Marcano. So the French Ward summary, it's a historic area. It's got a lot of history around it with monuments and different kinds of areas. Marcano Lieutenant Lou Marcano runs the area, and he runs prostitution and smack in the area, and also it's primarily bars and clubs. So this leads on to tick for harbour, which I haven't got really anything on it. So here's the summary. It's kind of an industrial area. Marcano obviously runs this area, and consider it's a harbour. It's going to be a smuggling operation. We don't know what they're going to be smuggling though. South Downs summary. Nothing's known about South Downs. I haven't got anything on that. Barclay Mills summary. It's high in poverty. There's heavy water damage because a Hurricane Barbara hit it in 1965, and currently the people that still live there are recovering from the hurricane. And they can see on this article there it explains that. And finally, the last district is Point de Verdun, which is, like I said, there's nothing actually known about that either. So this has been, it's been a mouthful for me. I've been talking for about 10 minutes. Like and subscribe for some more. Share it to some people that would love to see this. And see you in the next one. Goodbye. So it's the exact same tie. I was going to go for one of these ones, but